Hey everybody, it's Chris here from Military AutoSource, your only on-base factory authorized exchange partnered Harley Davidson dealership overseas. We have lots of new bikes coming in right now. Our 2022 Harley Davidson program is in full swing, and we're also taking custom orders for our 2023 lineup. So come on by and see some of these fantastic bikes. Today I want to take a few moments of your time to show you around the all new Pan America Special we've just received in stock. This bike will be on locations all around Europe right now, so find us on base and come by and have a look at it. This is part of the adventure touring lineup from Harley Davidson, which is a whole new lineup. So anybody out there that's riding like BMW adventure bikes or Honda bikes, please come by and check it out. We'd love to hear your opinion on what they've done with the bike. So let's have a good look around it and we'll show you some of the features. So the first thing you'll notice about this Pan America Special is the height. It's a lot higher than a lot of normal bikes, and that's simply because it's an adventure touring bike. It needs the ground clearance when you're off-roading, going up the side of mountains, doing some green trails, so you need to have that height. Now the cool thing is Harley Davidson have actually put an adjustable suspension on this bike. So when it's stationary, the back of the bike can come down by 2 to 2.5 inches, and then when you're riding, it will come back up to ride height to let you have some fun while you're out there. When you're riding and you start to stop the bike, the suspension will automatically adjust back down again, so you get a nice planted firm feet on the ground. You'll also notice the thinness of the bike. It's a lot thinner than a normal traditional cruiser, and again that's because when you're off-roading or you're out there in the sand or the mud, you need a nice thin bike, very easy to handle, very nimble to lean back and forward. Up front you've got this new windshield from Harley Davidson. This is very easy. This is one clip move and it's adjustable. Right, so when you're out there on the highway and you're going on your long journey, you can have the windscreen up. Keeps the bugs off you, of course, but it also keeps all the wind off your chest, makes the ride more enjoyable. And then when you're out there off-roading, you can bring the shield down so you can get a good look over the top of it of the terrain in front. Underneath the windshield here, you'll see it has the cornering lamps. So when you lean the bike over and you're making a turn, this light will come on and project more light onto the road so you can see further around. And then underneath, of course, Harley Davidson's signature LED Daymaker headlamp is right there. For the tires, because this is an adventure bike, you've got grizzly tires on there, so that's good, so it can get into the mud and into the dirt and throw all the rubbish out to keep the tire tread clear to give you maximum traction. You'll notice here on the side you've got the crash bars on the side, on the front, and again on the other side, and that's simply there for when you're out there off-roading and with an adventure bike, it's inevitable that you may come off and drop. So this is so that the bike falls onto the crash bar and not onto the frame of the bike or your tank, or it doesn't damage any of your controls either. Down the bottom of the bike here, you'll notice you have a skid plate system, and that's to protect the oil sump and the radiator and the underneath of the bike. So when you're out there, if you do hit a brick or a boulder or something flies up underneath the bike, the skid plate will do its job and protect the most important things on the bike. Round the side, you can see obviously this is a chain driven bike, and that's protected by the shield in here, so while you're out there off-road, it's to stop things from flying up at you, the rider. And then this is a really cool feature on the bike. This fairing right here from Harley Davidson is customizable per se. You can get bags to put on here, so when you're camping, you're not really going to go for one day or maybe two, maybe you will, but you're going to go for a long time. So this, you can put bags on, you can put camping gear on, you can put fuel cans on there. There's loads of space on here to add extra accessories. And then if you look underneath, you'll see between the tail and the frame of the bike and the tire, there's a huge space right there. And that's so when you're off-roading that this tire can move up and down with the terrain, and this back seat here area is not going to be getting hit or causing any damage. So even loaded up with the passenger and gear, you've got plenty of space to go off-roading and get crazy out there. Coming round the side of the bike here, you'll notice again, unlike traditional Harley Davidsons, we've got a kick-up exhaust system right here, not a flat system. And the idea of that is, of course, when you're off-roading, the last thing you need is an exhaust system down here getting damaged by bricks and boulders and wood or whatever it is you're driving over. So we've got a kick-up system right here, so when you're moving the bike and you're leaning the bike, this isn't going to snag on anything. So at the heart of the all-new Pan America Special is Harley Davidson's 1250 Max Revolution engine. This is a new engine from Harley Davidson. It's liquid cooled. It has 150 horsepower. Now the great thing about this engine is at low speeds it's got brilliant torque, so it gives you lots of control at very low speeds, which is what you want when you're out there in the green trails. but when you're on the highway, it delivers maximum power through the rev range. So from 1000 all the way through to 9000, you get peak performance from this engine. So we'll turn the bike on, have a look at the instrument panel. This is very cool. So this is a TFT monitor, 4 inches, and no matter where the sun is, it will always try to project the best picture so you don't get any glare off there. And this is Bluetooth capable. So if you've got a Bluetooth headset, you can listen to radio, you can make phone calls, you can see your text messages, but it also has turn-by-turn moving map navigation system, which you can see on the screen here. That all comes from your cell phone. That's very, very cool. And then it also has selectable ride modes, right, or custom ride modes. So if you go into ride customization and into ride modes, you can actually set the bike up for the type of weather or terrain you're driving on. So for example, if you're riding in the rain, you can put it on rain mode, and that will set the traction control system and the ABS system up. But if you're riding off-road, you won't need as much traction control because you want some wheel slippage to help you move. And then finally, up front near the controls, you'll see obviously one of the real cool features is these knuckle shields. So when you're out there off-roading, branches and trees and things won't hit you in the knuckles, but also great when you're on the highway because it keeps the wind off. But if it is a nice cold day, you've got heated hand grips as well on the Pan America Special. This bike also comes with a lot of cool safety features. So it has ABS, it has traction control, has tire pressure monitoring system, adaptive ride height suspension, and it also has drag torque control. And what that basically means is when you're out there in the wet and you give the bike a little bit of throttle, when the bike detects wheel slippage from the rear wheel, the traction control system and the drag control system will work together to keep that tire with maximum traction onto the road or the terrain that you're on. So this is the all new Pan America Special. I hope you enjoyed our video. You'll see this on locations all over Europe right now, so pop in and see us. Like I say, if you've got an adventure bike already, please come by, sit on the bike, test ride the bike, let us know what you think. We love to hear your opinions. This bike is on display all over Europe right now, so if you're here in the UK, you can come and see myself, Chris, here on RAF Lakenheath. And if you're anywhere over Europe, go find your on-base MAS rep and he'll show you around.